Hi, folks. Chocolate Yoddah here, spelled Yoddah because film studios are litigious. And I was thinking about cave drawings. You know, those things that you learn about in school. Prehistoric humans, drawings on caves. I never thought about it before, but, I wondered what's that all about? Why did prehistoric humans draw on caves? And we're talking about like real rugged versions of humans too, because the oldest cave drawings, according to this article I read, were 64,000 years old. And that means Neanderthals were doing it. So this was before we were in the form that we're in now as humans. So that's an interesting thing to me. Even a being at that level that was significantly different from how we are as humans now had that urge to draw on caves. And the drawings seem to be pretty consistent. There were some interesting ones that I saw, like outlines of hands. There was one cave where it was just dozens of hands of all sizes. So it looks like the artist decided to just trace the hands of his family or people he knew. And it was in different colors, kind of interesting. But most of them seemed to be animals. They would see different animals and they would want to draw them. Could they have been pragmatic reasons for doing this? Perhaps. There could have been, instructions, like these are the animals that we hunt, this is where you can find them. But it didn't really seem that way. It seemed sort of just capturing their essence, just like any other artist. An artist takes in stimulus or stimuli. They see a sunset, they see flowers, they see a horse or dogs or whatever, and they paint it or photograph it or film it. And then there's people that take in the world and express it through the written word or through songs. So there's this constant, or I should say consistent theme of self-expression. And what was interesting about what I saw as the majority of the paintings, at least the ones that were represented in this article, and they were from all around the world, from what we know now as Europe and Africa, North America, South America. They were all over the place. Wherever there were people, beings, there seemed to be these cave drawings. And what I noticed was that when they drew animals, they never drew dead animals. It was always animals that were, just doing what they do, just sitting around, running, herding, all the good stuff that animals do. And I thought that was interesting, because they seem to have the same impulses that we have now. Like, why does anyone podcast? Why does anyone go through all the effort of setting up microphones and cameras in some cases? Although the purists would say podcasts are audio only. But, the term has broadened out, so video as well. Why do people do all that? Especially when the overwhelming majority of podcasts don't really have an audience, or at least a tiny one, 20 people here, 50 people here, even 1,000. Some of the biggest podcasts run into the hundreds of millions of subscribers. And it's not unusual for even unknown people to have, 1 or 2 million podcasts, but that's at the upper end. On the lower end, there's people with, like me, that, I'll put something out and get 5 views or 5 listens. But I think it comes from the same place as the cave drawings. Just that desire to be expressive, to be heard, to be seen, to be known. And again, not necessarily in a grandiose way, not, Michael Jackson level fame. Just, I was here. And this is what I saw, and this is what I felt. And I'm sharing it with whoever it is that wants to hear it or see it or experience it. Kind of interesting. I tend to believe that humans have not changed at all, probably in the last 300,000 years. I think there's some biology that would support that. And I think psychology supports that also. So it's kind of interesting to know that I'm just part of this continuum of people that wanted to be known, wanted to take what they saw, what they experienced, what they felt, what they thought, and share it. So that's it for now. Food for thought. Peace, love, and granola. Talk to you soon.